Hi guys! So you're watching this video because you have already selected your sources and selected and analyzed your evidence. Now it's time to outline your letter. Now this arguably may be one of the more frustrating parts of writing the essay. It does require some time and work, but it will pay off. We outline for a number of reasons. One of the reasons why we outline is that outlines help you write better and faster. They help you think through your letter's organization and structure, which is so important so that your claim actually makes sense to your audience. And third, they help you realize that sometimes you actually may need a different source than the ones you've chosen or different evidence from the sources you've chosen. And while this may be frustrating at the time, it's actually part of the writing process. Good writers use the writing process all the time. So for the most part, we've been in the pre-writing stages, and we're about to move into the drafting stages. But before we can move there, we might have to revise some of what we've done in the pre-writing phase. And again, that is just part of the writing process. So the way we outline is a really specific template format that I want you to follow. Please write this in your notes. So you're going to write in your problem, you'll write in your audience. Under number 1, you'll write in your thesis statement. Number 2, your first subclaim and one of the sources. And the third number will be your second subclaim and your other source. So we haven't yet written a thesis statement or either of your subclaims, but you've already gotten your sources. So you should probably have a pretty good idea of where you're going with this essay. You've already begun, without even realizing it, thinking about the organization. So I'm going to show you a bunch of examples, and the first one I'll walk you through. So the first student here actually wrote about how song lyrics lead to violence and thought this is a problem. There are gender stereotypes in songs that are leading men to be violent. The audience that this person wrote to was teens who listen to music in general. Now, number 1 of the outline template is the thesis statement. Please, on your paper, circle number 1 and label as the thesis statement. Also read this thesis statement. You could potentially use the beginning of this sentence as your sentence starter for your essay or for your essay's thesis. For number 2, this is subclaim 1. Subclaim 1 is a smaller claim underneath the thesis. The student here has also listed a source, and 3 is subclaim 2. So you want to circle that and label it subclaim 2. The source here is also written. Now this student's essay follows a really logical format. They start with the big idea of how gender stereotypes are problematic because they often appear in song lyrics and influence people's behaviors. And then they also talk about the Eminem song lyrics, and then third, that the song lyrics might lead to violent behavior. Student 2, please read through the student's problem, the audience, and then identify the thesis and 2 subclaims. Read through student 3's outline example, identify the thesis and 2 subclaims. Now it's time to outline my essay example. So using my letter to Olivia, my sister, please outline the essay. So you'll go to the template and go to each paragraph and think about where should the thesis statement be in the intro paragraph. Hint, it's the last sentence. Where are the subclaims in my 2 body paragraphs? Hint, they're the first 2 sentences. And then look at my evidence to try to figure out what my sources are. Now that you've outlined my essay, you can actually outline your own essay. Do this in your notebook, titling the page Letter Outline. Follow the template above and use the examples for ideas. If you're stuck writing your thesis statement, try using some of the sentence starters from the student's examples or my example.